Hey guys, Cactar here, bringing you guys weekly deck profile number 5, 3 weeks later after 4. I apologize for that. School ate up a lot of my time, but now that school is over, I will try to post weekly deck profiles on a more consistent basis. This week's deck is one of my brother's decks. It's given him a lot of success recently. It's made top 4s at our locals and actually won a couple of our local tournaments. So this deck is very fun and competitive. I will be showing his main deck as well as the extra inside. The deck name is Gaia Powa. It's an Earth themed deck, but most people would probably better know it as Rat Toolbox. You play 3 copies of Giant Rat. It's a Mystic Tomato for Earth monsters, and there are some neat combos that utilize him pretty well. So you run 3 copies of that. 2 copies of Fossil Dyna Pekka Labaga blah 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 blah. It's a Samurai Wrecker. It helps against them because they special summon a lot. It pretty much hurts all decks that special summon and can help you control the game. And searchable through Giant Rat. Its base stats are 1200, attack 13 defense, but with the field spell you're running, he can get bigger, so he can hold its own. Elemental Hero Wildheart. You play 2 copies of him. He is unaffected by traps, which makes him really good. The only thing that can stop him are traps that are Speed Spell 3, Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, Force Back, pretty much any counter trap. So yeah, he's 1500, but with the field spell Gaia Power, makes him 2000. So he's really good in this deck. 2 card troopers, Mills, you get +1s, he's Earth. It's just very good. 1 copy of Injection Fairy Lily. This card is very good if you know how to use it correctly. When you declare an attack, if your opponent has no response to her attack, you pay the 2000 life points to buffer up 3000 attack. So it pretty much gets over any card in this game except anything bigger than 4000. So TG Halberd Cannon, I guess, is the most prevalent thing that's 4000 that we actually use. So this card runs over pretty much anything. You don't play Warning in this deck due to her effect because it's 2000 is a steep cost. And you could always run into random magic cylinders. 1 Glow-up Blub. This gives you a synchro option. You can go Naturia Beast with this deck. You run a lot of Earth, so it's a good choice. You could try Barkion or Landois, but Beast is the easiest to make out of those 3. 1 Neo-Spacian Grand Mole. Bounces monsters. You have your setup. Drop Grand Mole. Keep bouncing your opponent's monsters. You're going to win the game. A good 95% of the time, I want to say. 2 Cyber Dragons. Good against Machina and KMP. So you can go Chimeratech. 2100 is a good stat too. And 1 Effect Veiler to negate stuff. It is a tuner, but you're going to use Effect Veiler for negating, not tuning, because you have Glow-up Blub for that. So that's it for monsters. It's 15 monsters. On to spells. 3 copies of Gaia Power. It's the field spell of choice for this deck. You run a good portion of Earth monsters, 3 are light, but it gives all your Earth monsters 500 attack and they lose 400 defense. But in the matchup against Gravekeepers, it's good to get rid of the Necro Valley and also Dragoonides. But Gravekeepers are still a difficult matchup. 1 Terraforming to search the Gaia Power. Triple Smashing Ground. It's a 1-for-1 at best. Can force activate Xian when your opponent doesn't want it and they want to keep their Xian. So it's good. More times or less, it's a 1-for-1. 2 copies of Creature Swap. It's a very good card to go with Giant Rat because you can, let's say, summon Giant Rat. If they only have 1 monster on the field, like, I don't know, Stardust or Scrap Dragon, you Creature Swap. You pretty much take their only synchro monster out on the field and switch it with Giant Rat. You attack their Giant Rat, you automatically get a +1 because it is sent to your graveyard and the effect resolves in your graveyard, so you get the +1. It's a pretty nifty combo. And you can also swap your Effect Veiler or Glow-up Blub. It's really funny when it goes off. I say boom to back row. Everybody knows what that card is. 2 enemy controller. Like Book of Moon, you can tribute your Glow-up Blub to, you know, take their monsters and stuff and synchro with it. It's a good card. Here's a copy of Book of Moon. Everybody plays this card. Everybody plays this card until they get banned. Hopefully they will. And 1 copy of Pot of Avarice. You do play Card Trooper, so it's a good choice. You play only 1 though, so you can't really run 2 because you don't run enough monsters. So that's it for spells on the traps. 3-Dimensional Prison says hello to Stardust Dragon. This deck can have problems getting over big beaters, so you need to rely on some control. Double Bottomless Trapple. Double Compulse. This card's actually very good. Bounces synchros. Also, first turn normal summons or sets. So they like set Raiko, just bounce it. 1 Royal Opression. Negates, 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 negates. Elemental Hero Wildheart can swim. You have a 2000 beat stick that's unaffected by traps. It's very good. And this helps facilitate it. And 1 copy of Mirror Forest. It's standard, I guess. It's a very good card nonetheless, though. And that's it for the main deck. I will be showing the extra deck. Hopefully really fast. I'm already almost 6 minutes. 2 Chimeratechs. You play 2 Sidra. Naturia Beast. You go grow up plus an Earth monster. Negating spells is always nice. Ally Cat. Brio. Gaia Knight can get really huge. Black Rose in case you need to pop. Scrap Archfiend, along like Gaia, gets really huge. Scrap Dragon, my brother really likes this card. It should be in every extra deck. And 3300 with Gaia. RDA. Colossal Fighter who's not color Iron Man. Double Stardust. Thought Ruler Archfiend with Compulsion. D Prison getting popularity, it's a good card. And 1 Mistworm, no Trishula in this deck. Simply because we don't have a Trishula right now. Mistworm's still good, but Trishula is better. You go 2 level 4s and a Grow Up or Effect Veiler to make it. So that's it for the extra. We go on the side. 2nd Veiler. 2 King Tiger Wangus. This card helps against fish and frogs because it kills the faders, which can hurt you. Monarchs is a surprisingly difficult matchup for this deck. Getting Kaius on the field for your opponent is very bad and can ruin your setup. Also, bad matchups, I want to point out Gravekeepers can be bad if you don't know how to handle them. And X-sabers, because they're Earth, a majority of their monsters are Earth, and they can benefit off your Gaia Power. You wouldn't want to stare down a 3600 Gotems. So yeah, this card's good, it will get buffed up by Gaia Power. Reaper. A 3rd Wildheart. Gale, it's in the testing. This card might be replaced with another Dyna if we can get another Dyna. But it still gives you the tune option like Grow Bulb. 1 D.D Warrior, this is also another test card. It's pretty much a 1 card answer to Shien or Synchros. 2 Nox for Gravekeepers. Imprisoning Mirror, Shadow-Imprisoning Mirror against Gravekeepers and Dark decks. Roads against Black Rose and X-sabers. And then 2 Chain Disapperance, sabers, plants, fish, frogs, all that stuff. So that's the deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. I definitely encourage you to try this deck out. It's very fun, very competitive. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. And hopefully there will be more to come. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And thanks for watching YouTube. Peace out.